Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my second lesson of D2, chapter number 14, exercise 14B, that is about the complement of set. Before going to the lesson, there are some key terms that we have to understand, that what is the superset or universal and subset, relationship between the sets and Venn diagrams, and how to draw the Venn diagram for different situations. If you find any difficulty in understanding these all terms, you have to watch the lesson, for which I'll give the link in the description box, because for better understanding of lessons of mathematics, it's really important to have the good grasp on the previous concepts and integration of the lesson with new lesson. Let's move to basic level question number 3, and let me read the question from the book. Question says, it is given that universal is the set which consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. First, 10 positive natural numbers, and set A is the set of prime numbers, and B is the even numbers, and C is the multiples of 5. And then we have to list the elements of the following sets: A, B, C, and A complement, B complement, and C complement. So let's move to the solution of the question. Here the universal is containing the elements 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Really easy questions. You should have just command on the basic concept of numbers and their properties. In set A, we have to enlist the prime numbers, but one thing that I want to tell, and we have to focus that whatever elements of the subsets we are taking, we have to take all those elements from the universal. So the prime numbers from the universal are 2, 3, 5, 5, 7, okay, and then 8, 9, and 10, they're not prime numbers. So these are the elements of set A. And coming to set B, B is containing even numbers. So B will have the elements, even numbers from the universal 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And C, in set C, we have to write multiples of 5. So the multiples of 5, there are two multiples of 5 here, 5 and 10. So the first three parts, A, B, and C, are done. And now we have to go for the calculation of A complement, B complement, and C complement. So A complement, it's always good to write the formula so that the examiner can understand the working easily. Okay, the formula for A complement is universal minus A. And now universal is consisting of the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 minus A. Set A is containing prime numbers. So 2, 3, 5, and 7. Now the definition of the complement is that the remaining elements of universal. So what I will be doing, I will not be writing 2, 3, 5, and 7 in the complement or in the answer. So the A complement will consist of 1, then I have to leave 2, 3, 4, then I have to leave 5, 6, then I have to leave 7, and then 8, 9, and 10. Very easy questions. Let me move to the next part, that is B complement. Okay, so B complement, the definition and the formula is universal minus B. Now what I have to do quickly, that I will write the elements of universal here, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And set B is the set of even numbers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Yes, 10. Now, which elements will be coming in B complement? These elements which are present in both the sets, I'm going to discard them. 6, then 8, and 10. Or the complement will contain or consists of the remaining elements of universal, and as from first 10 natural numbers I'm taking away the even numbers, so I will left with odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9. So this is the answer for B complement. And let me quickly move to C complement, that is the last part of this question. C complement equals to universal minus C. Universal minus C. Now what I have to do quickly, I have to write down the elements of universal, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and minus set C. C is the multiples of 5. So 5 and 10. Now what I have to do, I have to discard the common elements, that is 5 and 10. I'm not going to write, and my complement will consist of the remaining elements are universal 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I have to leave 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and then I have to leave 10. I hope you are clear about this question. And let's move to the next question. And let me first read the question from the book. Question says, the Venn diagram shows the elements in universal and A. The first part of the question is that we have to list all the elements of A and universal cell, and then we have to list the elements of A complement. So if we look at the Venn diagram which is given in the question, we can see set A is consisting of cat, dog and mouse, and the universal is consisting of the lion and tiger. But we can see that A is the subset of this universal, so this cat, dog and mouse will also be coming in the universal. So the universal will have the elements, okay, a cat, dog, mouse, because A is the subset, A is completely coming in universal, tiger, and A will have the elements, that is cat, dog and mouse. Now the second part of the question says that we have to write the elements of A complement with the help of Venn diagram. Now we know the definition of the complement is the remaining elements of universal, means that I have to, in order to get A complement, I have to subtract this set A from universal, and when I'm subtracting, when I'm eliminating this set A from the universal, I will left with lion and tiger. So A complement, answer of A complement will be lion and tiger. Very easy question. Okay, and now I hope you are clear about this question, and let me move to question number 5. And question 5 says that it is given that universal consists of the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and A is the set consisting of 1 and 2, and B is the set which consists of 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have to draw the Venn diagram to show this information. Now first of all, before going to the drawing of Venn diagram, we have to see that what is the relationship between these two sets. If you look at set A 1 and 2, set A 1 and 2 is completely contained in set B, and set B is having some more elements as well. So A is the subset of B. So elements of A will be written inside this circle, and this is the situation of the subset case. We will just be drawing two circles, and the inner circle will be the subset. Now B is the superset from these two sets, and out of the elements, 4 elements of B, I have written 2 elements here. So in B I will write 3 and 4 only. Now what we have to do, we can see that from universal, first 4 elements 1, 2, 3 and 4 are accommodated in the subsets. Now but universal is containing some more elements as well, that is 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. We have to write the remaining elements of universal in the universal and outside these sets, subsets. Okay, I hope you are clear about this question, and let me quickly move to question number 7. And question 7 says that set A consists of 10, 20, 40, 60 and 80, and we have to list the elements of the following subsets of A. We have to list the elements of following subsets of A. The first situation is that we have to write down the numbers which are divisible by 4, and at the second place we have to write down the numbers which are divisible by 6, and the third requirement is the numbers divisible by 8, and then we have to pick up the numbers which are divisible by 7. So let's quickly move to the solution of the question. Here you just have the command on the tables and the questions will become easy for you. Numbers which are divisible by 4. So we can see 20 is divisible by 4. Then 40 is divisible by 4. Then 15 fours are 60 is divisible by 4. And then 80 is divisible by 4. I hope you are clear about this. And the second part is numbers which are divisible by 6. Now 10 and 20 and 40, they're not completely divisible by 6. But if we come to 60, 10 times 6 is 60. 60 is completely divisible by 6. And now the next part is numbers which are divisible by 8. Now 10 and 20, they're not completely divisible by 8, but 8 fives are 40. So 40 is divisible by 8. And then 60 is not divisible by 8. And then 80, 40 and 80. And coming to the last part, that is numbers which are divisible by 7. So we have to think about the numbers from the given set which are divisible by 7. All the numbers are having 0 at the end, and we do not have 70 with us in the set. So there is no number which is divisible by 7 from the given set. Okay, so the answer for the numbers which are divisible by 7 is empty set. Either I can write it in this way, or I can put the flower bracket like this, but I don't have to write anything inside the bracket. I hope you are clear about this question. And now for next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.